What's going on, everybody? Good afternoon. We are just a little under 3 hours away from kickoff here. Big game, big moment, opportunity to prove people right and prove people wrong. So, one way or the other, we're going to know a lot after tonight. I'm not saying we're going to make any sweeping generalizations or judgments based off tonight's game, but we're learning something tonight. That much I do know. So, we have some last minute game notes. We have some news. It's actually a pretty substantial number of moves, roster moves, in fact. Practice squad elevations, some things getting shuffled around. So let's go through it here. Brady Henderson summarizes things pretty well in a couple of tweets, so we're going to take a look at that. So let's go through the list here, starting with, I'd say, the most important one for tonight, Artie Burns. Artie Burns has been signed off the practice squad, and every indication is that he's up tonight. He's going to play. With no Woolen, Burns is probably going to play a lot. I don't think we're eager to throw Nehemiah Pritchett to the Wolves. This would be his first career start. We don't need it to be against the Kyle Shanahan Niners. That's probably a really bad idea for him. So I expect to see a lot of Artie Burns tonight, and his ability to be effective will be instrumental in determining whether or not this team is able to win this game. So it's a big ask. Niners, I know Ayuk hasn't gotten off to the best start this year, but he's a very good player. Debo and Jawan Jennings now. Jawan Jennings been playing really, really good football lately. So Artie Burns, it's a big ask, but we need you to be competent out there. We need you to do your job. So Artie Burns signed off the practice squad, which does eat a little bit into our cap space, but not a huge amount. Probably looking at like $1 million or something over the course of the season if he's here the whole time. So we'll see what's up. But Artie Burns, welcome aboard. Also, and this is actually kind of nice with no Byron Murphy, Cameron Young has been activated from the PUP. So that means should be able to go tonight, which is a little earlier than I thought we were going to get him. I thought we were going to have to wait until the next game. So kind of cool. I don't expect a ton out of him or anything like that, but he is better than somebody like Matt Gotel. He is better than some random guy off the street. He can definitely help take the load off of a guy like Jaron Reed and Jonathan Hankins. So Cam Young being able to go in this game, I'm not going to discount the value of that. That could actually be valuable. Once Byron Murphy gets back, I don't think you're going to see Young all that much, but for now, it's actually kind of nice to have him around. So we'll see how much he plays, but don't be surprised if it's more than 10 snaps, as scary as that might be for him. Nwosu was put on IR, which we knew was coming, so that's not really news. It sucks, but we knew that he was going on IR, and we also kind of know that he's going to be probably missing some time beyond just the IR stint. I'm hoping to get him back in December, and maybe he'll have something to give us for the playoff push. And McClendon Curtis was waived, probably going to be taken back on the practice squad. We do have a spot now that Artie Burns is up, but yeah, he was here just in case of emergency with Stone Forsyth, and that was the bottom of the barrel right there. McClendon Curtis is not a tackle. He's a guard. If he actually had to play tackle in a game situation, all you can do is hold onto your butt. So, yeah, I wasn't looking forward to that possibility. So now he's not on the team. So look for him to be back on the practice squad in the next several days here. All right, so that's about it for the roster moves in terms of players actually being put various places. We do have some practice squad elevations from Brady Henderson as well. They're pretty within expectations. We got Okada, safety, which is probably because we don't know what's going on with Julian Love. It's an indication that Love may not play. It's an indication that Love may play, but not be expected to make it through the whole game. So Okada comes up to provide depth behind Kayvon and Kobe Bryant. I like Okada. Don't really want to throw him into the wood chipper against the Niners offense, but hopefully it doesn't come to that. It would take a couple more injuries for it to come to that in all likelihood. And then we have Jamie Sheriff. A couple people in the comments told me that it's not Sheriff, it's Sheriff. So we'll go with that. But Jamie Sheriff, a little bit of a preseason star. found his way back to Seattle from the practice squad, goes up to the roster for one game. So with no Nwosu, it makes sense, right? You've got Mafe, probably less than 100%. You got Hall, probably less than 100%. You got Draymond, and at that point, you've got Travis Gibson, and now you got Jamie Sheriff. So Gibson hasn't been playing well at all. Draymond not really playing all that well himself. You got to give yourself another option. And Sheriff did have a nice little preseason. Maybe he'll be able to cook something up. Of course, preferably he doesn't play because Mafe and Hall make it through. But nice to be prepared. Not a terrible option in case the worst happens. So, that's it on the Seahawks side of things. That's basically all the Seahawks news we got. So, let's jump over to the Niners real quick. They have a couple of practice squad elevations to shout out. Got this from NBCSportsBayArea.com. They're elevating a couple undrafted rookies to be available on the defense. Defensive tackle Evan Anderson. They always were going to elevate a defensive tackle because they lost Elliott for the week, on top of already losing Hargrave for the year. They are super thin in the middle, which is why I said what I said in the pregame video. You got to attack the middle of the defense. You got to pound it up the middle. You got to attack those lanky, low weight, and just plain not very good defensive tackles in the middle. Evan Anderson's not going to change that. We also have safety Jalen Mahoney. So that's probably got something to do with Hufanga. Hufanga is out for a while, so it makes sense they call up a safety. And I didn't see anything else on the Niners side of things. It looks like Kittle will play because he wasn't even listed yesterday, so not much there. They did bring a tight end up to the active list, I guess. But it looks like Kittle's going to be fine. The main thing we're waiting for on the Niners side would be Ward. Will he play? And if we get an announcement in the next couple hours, maybe I'll make a last-second video about that. And then on the Niners Seahawks side, of course, we're waiting for Julian Love. So after the game goes final tonight, I'll make a video. So you're probably looking at it getting posted sometime right before 9 o'clock, maybe right around 9 o'clock. And then the video is going to sit up for a little bit, maybe an hour and a half, and then I'm going to go live for about an hour. It's going to be a little bit truncated because, well, it's a primetime late night game. But that's the plan. You guys know the drill by now, so hope to see you guys tonight. Hopefully, after a big win. So, let's see what they got. I will see you guys later tonight. Go Hawks. That's the latest and greatest news from this game.